Alabama Crimson Tide fans, stop whatever you're doing right now because I have some information that could define the fate of our 2026 season. There's a young quarterback who spent a whole year quietly watching and studying every detail, and now he's poised to carry Alabama on his shoulders. What I saw behind the scenes at the first practice of the season really piqued my interest, and I need to tell you before the word gets out. Are you ready for this? If you aren't subscribed to the channel yet, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you get the hottest Alabama news before anyone else. Don't miss out. Let's get into it. His name is Keelon Russell, and look, I'll be straight with you. This kid could be the most important piece not just for Alabama, but for all of college football in 2026. I'm not exaggerating. Analyst Bill Connolly himself named Keelon Russell the most important player of the season on the national stage. And once you understand the context, you'll see exactly why that statement makes perfect sense. Think about it. Alabama lost 15 starters after the 2025 season. 15! 10 of them were selected in the NFL draft, including quarterback Ty Simpson, who was picked 13th overall. So imagine the pressure now resting on Keelon Russell's shoulders. He spent all of 2025 as a redshirt freshman, sitting on the bench, absorbing every move, every decision, every mistake, and every success of Ty Simpson. He studied the game inside out without ever stepping onto the field. And now the time has come for him to show that all that observation paid off. At the first practice of the season, before the pads even came on, head coach Kalen DeBoer was asked about the quarterback's performance, and what he said really got me excited as an Alabama fan. DeBoer stated that the passers were consistent, noting that he saw explosive plays and observed the quarterback syncing with receivers on the finer details of the game. Moreover, he praised the temperament and command they displayed on the field. When an experienced coach like DeBoer says he loved his quarterback's poise and command during the very first practice, it isn't just coach speak meant to appease the press. It's a sign that he saw something tangible. And this is the point that really grabs me about the whole story. Keelon Russell hasn't even officially won the starting job yet. He is competing for the position with Austin Mack, and DeBoer has made it clear that the competition is wide open. The coach spoke about the importance of how a player responds on the field, knowing how to react when things don't go according to plan, maintaining control of the moment, and preventing the opponent from seizing momentum. These are exactly the traits that separate an average quarterback from a winning one. The question remains, does Keelon Russell have that kind of response in him? I believe he does, and my argument is simple. He was one of the top prospects in the class of 2025. He had a full year to prepare without the pressure of being the starter. He saw firsthand what it takes to lead a team like Alabama to the college football playoff. Now he has the opportunity and the supporting cast to make that happen again. Alabama's defense is loaded with experience, with players like Zabian Brown and Bray Hubbard setting the tone and bringing the swagger the group needs. The defensive line has been bolstered by major transfers like Devon Compkins from USC, Terrence Green from Oregon, and Kedrick Bingley-Jones from Mississippi State. Chemistry is building. The team is coming together. But Alabama will only be as good as Keelon Russell is. That's the verdict. If he plays at a high level, this team will be a threat to anyone this season. If he falters, difficulties will arise quickly, because Alabama's 2026 schedule is unforgiving. The team faces Georgia, Tennessee, Texas A&M, and LSU in succession during October and November, 5 incredibly tough games in a 6-week span. Without a high-level quarterback, a schedule like that could destroy any playoff hopes. In my opinion, Keelon Russell has all the makings of a surprise standout, but I wouldn't underestimate Austin Mack either. Football history is full of examples of players from whom nothing was expected who exploded onto the scene once given a chance. Quinn Ewers was barely a draft prospect at one point, yet was hailed as one of his generation's greatest prospects. The last 2 #1 overall draft picks weren't even blue-chip recruits coming out of high school, so recruiting rankings don't always tell the whole story.
What I do know is that Alabama has a player with huge potential, a team building its identity and chemistry, and a season that could be either historic or disappointing, depending on how the first few games play out. Now I want to hear from you, Alabama fans. Do you believe Keelon Russell has what it takes to lead this team to the college football playoff in 2026? Is he the quarterback the Crimson Tide needs right now, or do you think Austin Mack could snatch the starting job and surprise everyone? Let me know what you think in the comments. This conversation is just getting started, and I want to hear your take.